You're entering VTV's Chamber Zone. Your business community at work. Representing the Vernal Area and Duchesne County Chambers of Commerce, here's Adam Massey and Irene Hansen.
Hi, I'm Adam Massey with the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce, and you're watching Chamber Zone, your business community at work. Joining me on today's show is Lesha Coltharp from Uintah County Travel and Tourism. Lesha, it's great to have you here with us today, and we're excited about a really neat program that Chamber and Travel and Tourism introduced to the community last year called, I'll let you say.
Dinosaur Unplugged. Thanks for having me today, Adam. I'm excited that we're getting a jump start on this program this year, so we can get everyone out and playing this summer, and let the community and let businesses know how they can sponsor the program. So.
Absolutely. This is the third year of this program. It was originally developed in Heber, I believe. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the background and how everything got started with it, and we'll kind of talk about the program and what it is.
Perfect. So the program is unplugged, and when your community takes on a sponsorship of it, you get to decide what kind of unplugged. So in Heber, it's Heber Valley Unplugged, but we chose Dinosaur Land Unplugged. So
perfect fit.
You do that, and this is their third year to be rolling. The first year they just started it in Heber Valley, and the funny thing about that, Adam, is that one of the people who started it had been out here in the Uintah Basin, and they had found the 101 things to do and see in the Uintah Basin, and they picked that up and they took it back to Heber, and they were like, how can we turn this into a program here? We love this. We want to do something, but we want to have a reward program to go along with it, which we all know 101 things to see and do does have a reward program, but it's just, one family is the only winner of that, and they wanted something that all kids could feel like they were, earning and getting rewarded for. So they came up with Unplugged, and they piloted it in their first program, and then they sold it to 7 other communities last year. So we were one of those 7 communities that piloted it, and then this year they have over 40 communities doing it. It's just such a hit that people are just so excited about it, and we're excited that we got in at the ground roots, because today I brought with me my kids' brag tags, and I think it's just going to be so fun to have these every year as they're growing up, and it's something, in 10 years when they leave the house or whatever, we can have it and be like, look at all those fun things we did every summer, and there's a memento that goes along with it, and it shows all the fun things. So
it is. It's a really neat program, and we got in just kind of late last year. We actually debated maybe not doing it last year and waiting till this year, and I'm really glad that, even though we got kind of a late start, that we went ahead and at least tested the waters a little bit. I think it helped us be more prepared for this year, and it starts the end of May, right after school gets out, and runs throughout the summer, and ends around in September.
Yeah, ends at Labor Day.
Labor Day, and so last year we jumped in, and the one thing that I was really excited about is how many people that we seen. A lot of the different businesses that sponsored had us because of their locations. If they were oil and gas companies, just said, well, we'll just let the chamber have our tags, and when they come in, they can do a selfie or whatever they've done to show you, and then you can give them the tags. And I remember one day I was in the chamber, and we had about 50 to 60 kids come in with parents, grandparents, whoever was taking them on these excursions, and they were just having a ball doing this. And so it was great for us at the chamber to be able to have people come in and interact with us and see what we do as we talk to them about the program and how much fun they were having and how involved they were, and to get kids out. I have a hard time getting my kids to go do anything with me. So it's great anytime you can get grandkids or kids to go do stuff with you, and they were just having a really good time. Right.
I couldn't believe how many grandparents were playing these programs with their kids, and I guess they were the ones home with them during the summer if their parents were working or whatever. But yeah, it's just been a super good program, and I'm so glad that we tested it out last summer, because we definitely got our feet wet and we learned a lot of things. But this morning I was on the webpage WePlayUnplugged.com, Dinosaur Land, and I was looking, and some tags have already been bought, and we haven't even started our marketing efforts to reach out to companies to buy tags yet. And I noticed one, and it was Walk a Dog, and the animal shelter had already purchased that one. And I talked to them last fall, and they were just like, oh, it was so great because all these kids kept showing up and walking their dogs, and eventually adopting some dogs from them. Great. It was just amazing for the animal shelter to be able to do that, and at such a small small investment, and we can talk about that in a little bit, how much the program costs, but ultimately it's free to play, and so there's no charge for kids or anything, and they're earning rewards, and yeah, it's just a really good program.
And that's, you know, the exciting part about it is obviously what the program is Play Unplugged, and it's trying to get kids off the video games and away from the TV and get them outside to do things. And you know, I remember growing up, you know, it was we didn't have all the stuff obviously we have today, and my kids will sit in front of the Xbox as long as I'll let them until I finally kick them out. And so anything we can do, I think, to get the kids outside. And what's neat about it is, you know, you think about all the wonderful things we have to do in Uintah County and different places that kids can go. And I was amazed at how many people would come in and say, you know, I've lived here all my life, but I hadn't went to Fantasy Canyon, or I haven't walked up to, you know, Moonshine Arch. And, you know, different things like that we just hadn't had an opportunity to go up to, or maybe I didn't have a reason. Now I have my grandkids, and it's part of what you're doing, and to get the tag we had to go up there. So, you know, you know, they're learning also, and so there's a lot of really neat things that have happened because of the program, and we're just excited. Great concept, and like as you said earlier, started with Heber, expanded to 7 cities last year, and now 40 this year. And so I think it's just going to continue to grow. So we'll comment on some more in just a few minutes. We'll be right back to talk more about your local Chamber of Commerce and the community events right after this.
Almost 45% of the oil produced in Utah, 7.8 million barrels, comes from Duchesne County. That oil feeds our state economy, provides job growth, and supports local business. Here in Duchesne County, we're working to make Utah an economic, cultural, and technological leader. Whether you're here for business or pleasure, Duchesne County will welcome you with open arms and invite you to explore all the beauty of the Uintah Mountains. Duchesne County, close enough for business, far enough to get away.
Welcome back to Chamber Zone, your business community at work. Leisha, in the first half of this program, we talked a little bit about Dinosaur Unplugged and how it got its start and what it is. And I really like the concept that you had, and you've broken it down into 3 basic things that really kind of describe the program and how it can benefit businesses and what it's good for with the kids and with parents that we've talked a little bit about. Why don't you maybe mention those, and we'll kind of discuss each one of them.
Okay, so the first is good for business, and especially where this is the chamber,
right.
Let's talk about business.
Yep.
So why is it good for business? Well, you have a tag, and it's sponsored by, right here we've got, this is sponsored by the Western Heritage Museum. So last summer they sponsored a brag tag, and they had done that big move over to, you know, over to the county building in their new location, and getting that word out there. Well, they didn't have to buy any advertising because everyone knew they had to come and get their tag, and they had to go to the new museum to get that. And so then it got all the people through the door, and we all know word of mouth advertising is just some of the best you can get. And so you know, word of mouth got people, hey, Heritage Museum has moved, now it's inside the old library building, go there, you can pick up your brag tag, and you know, it's great for business. Like I was saying earlier, the animal shelter has already purchased theirs because the benefit for business is so great, and for a minimal fee. I mean, you can buy in at $200 is the cheapest buy-in, and that gets you 200 tags. Another thing we're going to do this summer, just to kind of stretch those marketing dollars a little bit farther for businesses, they'll be able, if they're a sponsored tag, so each week we'll have 5 tags that you have to earn in order to get into a drawing for $50 cash.
And those will be in the nickel ad that week?
And they'll be in the nickel ad that week, so they'll be highlighted. So and you don't have to earn the tags that week, but you have to have already earned them. You have to come and check those off that Thursday. And so if you're a business, you know, say you're a snow cone company, and you know, are sponsoring a tag, you know that people are going to come in. They've got to come in and get that because you paid the extra $50 to be that brag tag sponsor, but you're going to get at least that many people in there, if not more.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's just such a great way. I mean, when else can you buy advertising and guarantee that you're going to get foot traffic through the door of your business?
Sure. No, it's a great way to advertise your business, and go ahead.
Yeah, it's a great way. And I mean, they have to come in, and we've stressed and stressed and stressed, you know, don't just send your kids in. Parents have to accompany the kids when they get the tag. And, you know, one of the tags for this summer is be a a window watcher, and so it's walking downtown and downtown business, Main Street, and go through and look at all the windows and decide which window display is your best, and go in and visit the stores, and just really getting that foot traffic through the businesses, and getting people to know their communities. So.
You know, that was one thing that really impressed me with the program last year, is I read some testimonials from Heber businesses, and there was a couple of businesses there that said, we probably wouldn't be in business without this program because of our location. Maybe we weren't in a great location, or it was just a great way to get people down to our store, and once they found out we were here, it spread by word of mouth, just as you said, or kids bring their parents in and the parents buy something and then they tell people. And so they said, we really attribute most of our success to this program, which is great because it really drives people into businesses, which is obviously what we're looking for at the Chamber, is to promote and get people out into our local businesses.
Right, and I always use the example so last year Spoofs, small little coffee shop on Main Street, they sponsored a tag, build a sandcastle. And you brought in a picture of your sandcastle, and then they offered an incentive, and you can do this as part of the program. They said, hey, if you bring us in a picture of your sandcastle, you can buy a smoothie at half off.
Oh, that's great.
So, we went in 3 or 4 times for those smoothies last summer, because my kids loved them.
Exactly.
And, it wasn't somewhere that I would normally take them because I'm not a coffee drinker, and so I wouldn't normally go there.
Right.
And so it was great.
But it got you in the door.
And,
absolutely.
And Sam, that owns Spoofs, she said, it was great for her business. I mean, they really, saw an increase in sales. And
it brings other people into to another part of her business that maybe they don't associate the smoothie part with Spoofs. And so, it's a great way to get people in. And so you mentioned $200, $250 to...
$250 is the minimum sponsorship, and then it goes up in increments of $100.
Okay.
And then, you can pay the extra $50 to be a highlighted tag, where you're guaranteed that they've got to earn that tag to get into the $50 drawing each week.
And then that $50 drawing we're going to do, I believe, at the Chamber each week?
Yeah, each week, each Thursday afternoon, the kids will come in and bring in their 5 tags that they've earned, and then we'll put them all into a drawing, and then we'll have a drawing every week, and 2 kids will go home with $50. That's also our idea, to be able to get these teenagers out, because we know, parents are busy, and getting those teenagers involved with their siblings will help them. They'll want, what 16-year-old wouldn't want $50?
Exactly.
Right now, that'd fill your gas up twice.
Yeah, exactly. It's a better bargain right now, for sure.
So, I mean, I think that's going to add a component to it that we didn't have last summer. That's going to be great for the program.
I agree, and we had a lot of people come out, and it was amazing with the different prize giveaways that we done last year, how many kids came out and their parents. And we're kind of catering and changing that a little bit this year, and you've had parents that want to help and get on board, and so we'll be having some ads that will show up in the theaters to let people know about it. We do want to stress Chamber businesses that are members of the Chamber will get first shot at it. That's just a deal that we set up, that we agreed on, and then it'll be open to everybody else after that. And so it's a way for us to encourage people to join Chamber and be a part of the community that way. And so we're excited about that. And the other two, we're running out of time, but let's talk quickly. We talked a little bit about what the kids benefit from it.
Good for business, good for kids. We talked about that a little bit. It gets kids out, gets them exploring, and good for parents. I think that as parents, we worry about all the time that our kids spend behind the screen or laying on the couch or not being active. And so this program really gives kids something, and it's not things they wouldn't do anyways. I mean, build a sandcastle, go on a paddle board, visit the cemetery was one of them, attend a concert, all these things are things that are right here in our community, and most of them don't cost a dime.
They don't.
And so it's good. Parents are just on board because they're so excited. I've got a group of moms that are wanting to help with the program because they're like, we just love it. Could you do a winter one too? And I'm like, let me get a hold of the summer one and get it all. The kinks going off, and then we can talk winter. But it's just so good, and they just are having so much fun with it. In fact, last year we ended up before school started because I just thought once school starts, and these moms and this mom group are just like, no, please go through Labor Day. Like after school, we still have a couple of hours. Like this is just fun stuff. We want to continue to do this.
Absolutely, it's a great program. If you'd like more information about it, you can contact us at the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce or contact Lesha at Uintah County Travel and Tourism. That's it for Chamber Zone. Please join us next time right here on VTV Channel 6. And remember to like us on Facebook for updates on your favorite VTV programming. Until next time, thank you.